Captain James Walker stood on the bridge of the EDF Defender, his eyes fixed on the main screen. The coffee in his cup had gone cold hours ago. No one on the bridge had eaten or slept since the strange objects appeared near Jupiter's orbit 36 hours ago. "Status update," James said, his voice steady despite the fear gnawing at his gut. Officer Lisa Reed looked up from her console. "Sir, the objects are definitely ships. We count 23 large vessels and numerous smaller craft. They're moving in formation toward Mars." James nodded. Humanity had only recently established its first real colonies on Mars and the Moon. These were mankind's first steps into the solar system. Now, unknown visitors had arrived, and they weren't responding to any attempts at communication. "Message from Earth Command," Communications Officer Dan Miller announced. "All military vessels are to maintain position. First contact protocols are in effect." James frowned. First contact protocols meant no aggressive actions, but something about the alien fleet's movement didn't feel right. They were spreading out, taking positions that looked more military than diplomatic. "Sir," Lisa's voice rose in alarm. "Energy readings from the alien vessels. They're—" A flash of light cut her off as the nearest research station exploded. The bridge crew watched in horror as the alien ships fired on every human installation near Jupiter. "Battle stations," James ordered. "Send emergency alert to Earth Defense Force. We are under attack." The EDF Defender was just one ship, but James wasn't going to watch humanity's outposts be destroyed without a fight. As the ship moved to engage, more alerts flooded in. The aliens weren't just attacking the outer system. They had sent smaller, faster ships directly toward Earth. In the United Defense Council chamber beneath Geneva, Admiral Kate Thompson watched the holographic display with growing horror. The alien ships had bypassed Earth's orbital defenses using technology that seemed to bend space itself. Now they were in Earth's atmosphere, targeting military bases and power stations. "Casualties?" she asked, her voice tight. "Conservative estimate is 2 million in the first wave," General Harris answered, his face ashen. "They're hitting population centers now." The doors burst open as President Robert Mason entered with his security team. "Tell me we have a response ready," he demanded. Kate nodded grimly. "We've analyzed their attack pattern. Their weapons are powerful, but their defenses show a weakness when they fire. We've modified our nuclear delivery systems to target these weaknesses." "Then do it," the president ordered. "Save who we can." Kate turned to her command console and entered the authorization codes. Across Earth, hidden missile silos opened. The counterattack had begun. Dr. Tom Reed hadn't signed up for war. He was a physicist working on shield technology at the Luna base. Now he was frantically trying to understand the alien technology from the few sensor readings they had. "Look at this energy pattern," he told his team, pointing at the screen. "Their shields operate on a frequency rotation. There's a millisecond gap when they switch frequencies." His colleague, Dr. Anna Lee, nodded quickly. "If we could time our weapons to hit during that gap." "Exactly," Tom said, already sending the data to Earth Defense. "It's not much, but it might give us a chance." The alien commander, who called himself Vex Prime, was pleased with the initial assault. These humans were primitive, just as their scouts had reported. Their weapons barely scratched the Vex ship's shields, and their communications were in disarray. "Begin landing operations," he ordered. "Secure their resource centers and communication hubs. Any resistance is to be eliminated." His second-in-command looked troubled. "Prime, our scouts reported that these humans are unusually violent with each other. Perhaps we should—" "They are pre-space." Vex Prime dismissed the concern. "Their internal conflicts make them weak and divided. The Galactic Council will thank us for bringing this resource-rich system under control." The alarm sounded before his second-in-command could respond. "Multiple launches detected from the planet's surface." Vex Prime didn't look concerned. "Their primitive missiles can't penetrate our shields. Maintain attack pattern." Admiral Kate watched the missile tracks on her display. The aliens had made a critical mistake. They'd attacked Earth without understanding what humans were capable of. For centuries, humans had fought each other, developing increasingly deadly weapons. Now, facing extinction, all that knowledge was focused on a single enemy. First impact in 10 seconds. her tactical officer announced. The missiles approached the alien ships. As predicted, many were destroyed by the aliens' defensive systems, but Earth had launched hundreds, timed to arrive simultaneously. Some got through. The first explosion bloomed in the atmosphere over North America. An alien ship, hit during its shield's frequency change, erupted in flames and crashed into the ocean. "It worked," someone shouted. Kate leaned forward, her eyes never leaving the display. "Launch the second wave. Target the ships in low orbit first." Captain James Walker's ship was damaged, but still fighting. The EDF Defender had managed to destroy 2 smaller alien vessels using the new targeting data. Now they were moving to support the Earth Defense Forces. "Captain," Lisa called out, "Earth forces are making progress. The aliens are pulling back from low orbit." James allowed himself a small smile. "They didn't expect us to find a weakness so quickly. Sir, we're getting a transmission from Admiral Thompson. All ships are to converge on these coordinates." Dan displayed the target on the main screen. "We're going after their command ship." Vex Prime couldn't believe what was happening. These primitives had somehow identified the shield frequency shifts, something no other species they'd conquered had managed to do so quickly. "We've lost 12 ships," his second reported, fear evident in his voice. "The humans are coordinating their attacks planet-wide. They're targeting our ships during shield transition." "Impossible," Vex Prime hissed. "Increase our attack. Destroy their major cities. Break their will to resist." But it was too late. The humans had found their advantage and were pressing it ruthlessly. A massive barrage of missiles, followed by fighter craft, using the same targeting method, swarmed the Vex flagship. Shields failing? The warning came too late as the bridge exploded around Vex Prime. Within 12 hours of the counterattack beginning, the tide had turned. Earth's combined forces, joined by craft from the Moon and Mars colonies, pressed their advantage. The alien fleet, expecting an easy conquest, found themselves outmaneuvered by humans who had spent their history preparing for war. In the United Defense Council chamber, Admiral Kate Thompson watched as the last large alien vessel attempted to flee the solar system. "Should we pursue?" General Harris asked. Kate considered for a moment, then shook her head. "No. Let one return. Let them bring a message back to whoever sent them." President Mason nodded in agreement. "Prepare a transmission. We'll broadcast it on their frequencies." An hour later, Kate stood before a camera. Her uniform was wrinkled, her face showed exhaustion, but her eyes burned with determination. "This is Admiral Kate Thompson of Earth Defense Force. This message is for those who sent this fleet to attack us. We did not seek this conflict. We did not know of your existence until you attacked without warning or provocation. Now you know of ours." She paused, looking directly into the camera. "This is Earth's first and final warning to all who would threaten us. We did not start this war, but we have ended it. Attack again, and you will be annihilated. We will not show mercy a second time." The message was sent along with detailed footage of the alien fleet's destruction, a warning to whoever had sent them. As the last alien ship limped away toward the stars, humanity began to rebuild, knowing that they were no longer alone in the universe and that the galaxy now knew they were not to be trifled with. Earth had survived first contact, but everyone knew this was just the beginning. The surviving Vex ship limped through space, its engines damaged and life support systems failing. On the command deck, Sub-Commander Rax had taken charge after Vex Prime's death. Half the crew was dead, and the rest were injured. Their mighty attack fleet had been destroyed by a species they had considered primitive. "How long until we reach Council space?" Rax asked, his voice rough from breathing smoke-filled air for hours. 3 days at current speed," the navigation officer replied. "If the engines hold." Rax nodded grimly. He had sent Earth's message and battle records ahead, transmitting them toward Galactic Council headquarters. The Council, an alliance of 12 advanced species, needed to know what had happened and what these humans were capable of. "They will pay," Rax muttered, staring at the stars. "The Council will not let this stand." On the massive space station that served as the Galactic Council headquarters, Council leader Terrius watched the battle recordings for the third time. The large meeting chamber was silent, as the 12 representatives observed the footage of their advanced Vex allies being systematically destroyed by a supposedly pre-space civilization. When the recording ended with Admiral Thompson's warning, Tarius spoke. These humans were judged as pre-space and therefore eligible for resource claiming under our laws. Clearly, this assessment was catastrophically wrong. Representative Nix of the Vex stood, his tall, angular body tense with anger. These humans destroyed our most advanced battle fleet. They killed thousands of our people. They must be punished. Your people attacked without proper study, countered Representative Mila of the Talasi, a species known for their diplomatic skills. Our laws are clear. Full assessment must be completed before any resource claim. The humans have proven dangerous, said Representative Dorn of the militaristic Krell. They found a weakness in Vex shield technology within hours of first contact. Imagine what they could do with more time and access to our technology. The debate grew heated. Some council members wanted to extend diplomatic relations. Others supported the Vex position that humans were too dangerous to allow into interstellar space. Tarius raised his hand for silence. We must approach this carefully. The humans have shown both technical ingenuity and military skill. They are clearly more advanced than our scouts reported. Then we should welcome them to the galactic community, suggested Mila. After they destroyed a council member's fleet? Nix hissed. That would show weakness. Tarius considered. I propose a compromise. We will send a diplomatic mission to Earth with council observers. We will express regret over the unauthorized Vex aggression and offer membership in the Galactic Council. And if they refuse? Asked Dorn. Tarius's expression hardened. Then we will be prepared. Secretly, we will assemble a war fleet, much larger than the Vex force. If diplomacy fails, we will ensure the humans cannot threaten galactic stability. The Council voted. The measure passed. Unknown to the Council, a human listening post on Pluto had detected the Vex transmission to Council headquarters. Earth was already preparing. Admiral Kate Thompson studied the reports in her new office. After the battle, she had been named Earth's Defense Director, responsible for protecting the entire solar system. Play it again, she told her assistant. The captured alien transmission appeared on screen. Though the language was strange, Earth's best linguists and computers had managed a rough translation. Total defeat. Humans found shield weakness. Request immediate council response. President Robert Mason entered the office, looking grave. What do you think they'll do? Kate turned off the screen. If they're smart, they'll leave us alone. But I doubt that will happen. They seem shocked that we defeated them. My guess is they'll send a bigger force next time. Then we need to be ready, Robert said. The United Nations has approved the expansion of the Defense Force. Every nation is contributing resources. Good, Kate nodded. We need to strengthen our position in the solar system, more defense platforms around the outer planets, and we need to understand their technology better. Dr. Reed is heading the research team studying the alien wreckage, Robert said. He's already made progress understanding their faster-than-light travel system. Kate stood and walked to the window, looking out at the rebuilt Geneva skyline. Earth had recovered amazingly fast after the attack. Nothing united humans like a common enemy. We need to prepare for either diplomatic contact or another attack, she said. I suspect they'll try talking first, but we'll be ready to attack if we don't agree to their terms. 1 year after the failed invasion, Earth's defenses had improved dramatically. The Moon and Mars colonies were heavily fortified. Asteroid bases provided early warning systems. Shipyards orbiting Earth produced vessels with improved weapons. Based on alien technology, Captain James Walker, now commanding the new flagship EDF Avenger, led a patrol near Neptune when his sensors officer spotted something. Sir, we have a contact emerging at the edge of the solar system. It's using the same kind of drive signature as the Vex ships. James tensed. Battle stations, alert Earth defense. But this ship was different, smaller, with less obvious weapons. It broadcast on multiple frequencies. Attention, people of Earth. This is Ambassador Lauren of the Talasi, representing the Galactic Council. We come in peace to establish diplomatic relations. The diplomatic mission arrived at Earth 1 month later, after careful scanning and escort through the solar system. Ambassador Lauren, a tall being with pale blue skin and 4 arms, led a delegation of various alien species into the United Nations headquarters in New York. The Galactic Council extends greetings to humanity, Lauren said through a translator device. We express our sincere regret for the unauthorized Vex aggression against your world. The Vex acted without Council approval, a serious violation of our laws. President Mason kept his expression neutral. We appreciate your regret, Ambassador. However, the attack cost millions of human lives. Lauren bowed slightly. We understand your anger. The Council offers reparations and, more importantly, knowledge exchange. We would like to invite Earth to join the Galactic Council as a developing member. Knowledge exchange? Admiral Thompson asked from her seat beside the President. Yes. Lauren smiled. Faster than light travel, medical technology, energy production, we have much to offer. The human delegation looked at each other. It was a tempting offer. We will consider your proposal, President Mason said finally. In the meantime, you are welcome to stay as our guests. Later, in a secure meeting room, Admiral Thompson voiced her concerns. I don't trust them. Why offer us technology now? They must have known about us before the Vex attacked, Dr. Tom Reed agreed. And our deep space telescopes have detected unusual activity at the edge of our scanning range. Large energy signatures consistent with a gathering fleet. President Mason frowned. So they offer friendship while preparing for war? It looks that way, Kate said. They're buying time. Then we'll play along, Robert decided. Accept their diplomatic mission, take their technology, but accelerate our military buildup. I recommend we carefully study anything they give us, Tom suggested. There could be backdoors or weaknesses built into their technology, things they could exploit later. Kate nodded. Smart thinking. We'll set up a special research team. Nothing gets implemented without complete security checks. As Earth's leaders planned their strategy, Ambassador Lauren reported to the Council. The humans have accepted our diplomatic presence. They seem eager for technology exchange. Council Leader Terrius nodded. Good. Continue as planned. How long until the fleet is ready? 6 more months, Representative Dorn reported. It will be the largest battle force ever assembled. The humans will never know what hit them, Nick said with satisfaction. But on Earth, humans were preparing for the worst while hoping for peace. The warning had been given. If the aliens attacked again, Earth would be ready. 6 months into the diplomatic mission, Ambassador Lauren toured the new Earth Defense Headquarters in Geneva. The sleek building had been constructed on the site of the old facility, which had been damaged during the Vex attack. President Robert Mason walked beside her, pointing out features with practiced ease. And this is our main command center, Robert said as they entered a large room filled with screens and busy personnel. Lauren looked impressed. Your reconstruction has been remarkably fast. The Vex attack caused significant damage, yet you've rebuilt even better than before. Humans are good at recovering from disasters, Robert replied with a slight smile. We've had plenty of practice over our history. Admiral Kate Thompson joined them, nodding politely to the alien ambassador. Welcome to Defense Headquarters, Ambassador Lauren. Admiral Thompson? Lauren bowed slightly. Your reputation precedes you. The commander who defeated the Vex fleet is quite famous, even in Council space. Kate's expression remained neutral. I just did my job. Every human fought to protect our world. Of course, Lauren said. Speaking of protection, the Council is prepared to offer defensive technology as part of our exchange program. Our shield systems are far more advanced than what the Vex used. That's very generous, Robert said. We'd be interested in seeing the specifications. As they continued the tour, Kate kept her suspicions hidden. For months, the aliens had been offering technology, much of which seemed too good to be true. Earth accepted everything with gratitude, and then took it apart piece by piece in secure laboratories. In a sealed research facility beneath the Rocky Mountains, Dr. Tom Reed and his team worked tirelessly. The room was filled with alien technology, commie, systems, shield generators, and data storage devices. "I found another one," Dr. Annalee said, pointing to her screen. "There's a hidden transmission protocol in the communication system. If we had installed this as is, it would have sent regular updates to a council receiver." Tom nodded grimly. "Add it to the list. That makes 17 backdoors we've found so far." He looked at the alien shield generator they'd dismantled. "And this shield system has the same frequency vulnerability the Vex ships had, just better hidden." "They're setting us up," Anna said quietly. "If we'd implemented these systems, we'd be completely exposed when they decide to attack." Tom finished. "The good news is we're learning a lot about how their tech works. We can build our own versions without the vulnerabilities." "How's the FTL drive coming along?" Anna asked. Tom smiled for the first time that day. "That's our biggest breakthrough. We've figured out the basics of their faster-than-light travel. The prototype is being tested next week. If it works, we'll finally be able to build ships that can travel between stars." "Just in time," Anna replied, glancing at the monitor showing deep space telescope feeds. The activity at the edge of the solar system had increased in recent months. Something big was gathering out there. Ambassador Lauren sat alone in her quarters, at the diplomatic compound, recording her private report to the council. "The humans continue to be cooperative. They've accepted most of our technology offerings and appear to be implementing them into their defense systems. Their gratitude seems genuine, though Admiral Thompson remains cautious." She paused, considering her next words carefully. "However, I must express concern about their rate of technological adaptation. They're advancing much faster than projected. In just 6 months, they've made leaps that should take years. It's as if they already understand the underlying principles and are merely filling in gaps in their knowledge." Another pause. "I recommend accelerating our timetable. If the humans continue at this pace, the technological advantage of our fleet may be reduced." She ended the recording and encrypted it for transmission. As a diplomat, she had no desire for another war, but her duty to the council came first. She didn't know that human intelligence agents were monitoring her transmissions, despite the encryption. In a secure meeting room, Earth's leadership gathered to discuss the latest developments. Military commanders, scientists, and political leaders sat around a large table with Admiral Thompson standing at the front. "Our deep space monitoring stations have detected increased activity," Kate reported. "The alien fleet is nearly assembled. Based on energy signatures, we estimate over 2,000 ships." Murmurs spread through the room. President Mason looked grim. "Timeline? At their current pace of preparation, they could attack within 3 months," Kate answered. Dr. Tom Reed spoke next. "We've completed analysis of all shared alien technology. Every piece contains hidden weaknesses or monitoring systems. Had we implemented them as provided, our entire defense network would be compromised." "Have the aliens realized we're onto them?" asked General Harris. "We don't believe so," Kate said. "We've created convincing decoys that appear to be operational, versions of their technology. Ambassador Lauren and her team have been shown these systems during their tours." "What about our own preparations?" Robert asked. Tom displayed a hologram of a sleek spacecraft. "This is the EDF Pathfinder, our first FTL-capable vessel. It successfully completed its maiden voyage last week, traveling to the Alpha Centauri system and back in just under 2 days." The room erupted in applause. This was a major milestone. Humanity was now truly a spacefaring species. "We've begun production of 20 more ships with the same drive system," Tom continued. "Additionally, we've developed our own shield technology based on what we learned from the alien tech, but without the vulnerabilities." "And our special project?" Kate asked. Tom smiled. "Project Sunspot is operational. All defense platforms have been retrofitted with the new weapon system." Robert nodded with satisfaction. "Then we're as ready as we can be. Continue with the diplomatic mission. Let the aliens think their plan is working. Meanwhile, finalize our defense positions throughout the solar system." 1 month later, Ambassador Lauren requested a meeting with President Mason. In the Oval Office, she presented a formal document. The Galactic Council is pleased to extend full membership status to Earth, she said. This agreement would integrate your world into our collective security and trade networks. It also includes advanced technology transfers beyond what we've already shared. Robert examined the document carefully. This is quite generous, Ambassador. However, there's a section here about limiting military development and accepting Council oversight of defense systems. Lauren nodded. Standard procedure for new members. The Council must ensure galactic stability. I see, Robert said neutrally. We'll need time to review this proposal with our full government. Of course, Lauren smiled. The Council hopes for your positive response within 2 weeks. After she left, Robert called an emergency meeting. They're moving up their timetable. The ambassador just handed me what amounts to a demand for our surrender, disguised as a membership offer. Kate wasn't surprised. The deep space arrays detected increased activity last night. The alien fleet is on the move. How long do we have? Robert asked. At their current speed, they'll reach the edge of our solar system in 10 days, Kate replied. Robert's expression hardened. Then we have 10 days to finish our preparations. Implement Operation Hidden Shield immediately. Across the solar system, humans prepared for the coming battle. Unlike the first attack, Earth would not be caught by surprise. Hidden throughout the solar system, defense platforms, stealth ships, and weapon systems waited in silence. The false peace was ending. The real test of humanity's survival was about to begin. The massive alien fleet appeared at the edge of the solar system, exactly as Earth's deep space sensors had predicted. Over 2,000 ships of various sizes emerged from faster-than-light travel, their formations spreading out to encircle the solar system. In the Council flagship, Grand Admiral Dorn of the Krell species stood on the command deck, watching tactical displays with satisfaction. As the military leader of the Galactic Council forces, he had spent months planning this operation. All ships have arrived and report ready for combat, his second-in-command announced. Excellent, Dorn replied. His reptilian features showed no emotion, but inwardly he felt pride at commanding the largest battle fleet ever assembled. Send the message to Earth as planned. Minutes later, the transmission reached Earth. People of Earth, this is Grand Admiral Dorn of the Galactic Council Combined Fleet. Your planet has been deemed a threat to galactic stability. You will immediately surrender all military capabilities and accept permanent Council monitoring or face extinction. You have 6 hours to comply. In Earth Defense Headquarters, President Robert Mason and Admiral Kate Thompson watched the message together. Neither seemed surprised or particularly worried. Right on schedule, Kate remarked. Robert nodded. Are all systems ready? Operation Hidden Shield is fully operational, Kate confirmed. Defense platforms are powered down to avoid detection. The fleet is in position behind the sun. All colonies have activated their shield systems, and Ambassador Loren, under close observation at the diplomatic compound, she seems genuinely distressed by the arrival of the fleet. It's possible she wasn't fully informed of the Council's true intentions. Robert took a deep breath. Then it's time. Prepare our response to Admiral Dorn. The 6-hour deadline was almost up when Earth's response came. Every screen on the Council flagship lit up with the image of President Mason. Grand Admiral Dorn, we have received your ultimatum. Earth rejects your demands. We warned your people, once before, attack Earth again, and you will be annihilated. That warning stands. We did not seek this conflict, but we are prepared to end it. For the sake of all species involved, I urge you to withdraw your forces immediately. Dorn laughed, a harsh sound that made his officers flinch. Brave words from a primitive species. Begin the attack as planned. Target their outer defense systems first. The Council fleet moved forward, entering the Kuiper Belt at the edge of the solar system. Their long-range sensors showed minimal resistance ahead, just as their intelligence had indicated. The humans' defenses appeared concentrated around Earth, Mars, and the Moon. They've fallen for it completely, Dorn told his command staff. Our technology backdoors have blinded their sensor systems. They can't see our approach until we're already at their doorstep. What Dorn didn't know was that Earth's apparent vulnerability was carefully crafted deception. As the alien fleet passed Pluto's orbit, Admiral Thompson gave her first order. Activate Kuiper Belt Defense Grid. Throughout the frozen outer reaches of the solar system, hundreds of automated defense platforms hidden on asteroids and small moons powered up. Built using Earth's own technology rather than the compromised alien systems, these platforms were invisible to the Council fleet's sensors. The first wave of missiles struck the alien ships before they realized they were under attack. Dozens of vessels exploded or lost power. On the Council flagship, alarms blared. "We're under attack," an officer shouted. "Multiple missile launches from everywhere." Dorn recovered quickly from his surprise. "Return fire. Destroy those platforms." B. Council ships fired back, destroying many of the defense platforms, but more damage had been done than Dorn realized. Nearly 100 of his ships were already disabled or destroyed. "Continue the advance," he ordered. "This is just a delaying tactic. Their main forces are still near Earth." As the alien fleet approached Neptune, they encountered the second layer of Earth's defenses. Stealth ships hidden in the gas giant's atmosphere emerged, firing specialized weapons designed by Dr. Tom Reed. These weapons targeted the alien shield's frequency vulnerability, the same weakness that had defeated the Vex, but now refined and more effective. Council ships began falling in greater numbers. Dorn watched in growing concern as his fleet took unexpected losses. "How did they know we were coming?" his second-in-command asked. "Our plan was perfect." "They've been playing us," Dorn realized. "The technology we shared, they must have found the back doors." Despite the setbacks, the Council fleet pushed forward. They still outnumbered Earth's forces. By the time they reached Mars orbit, they had lost nearly 30% of their ships, but remained a formidable threat. "Prepare for the final approach to Earth," Dorn commanded. "All remaining ships, maximum firepower. We will overwhelm their defenses through sheer force." In Earth Defense Headquarters, Admiral Thompson watched the tactical display with intense focus. The alien fleet had taken significant damage, but was still dangerously powerful. "They're approaching Mars orbit," her tactical officer reported. "Moving into formation for the final assault." Kate nodded. "It's time. Signal the Sunfleet." Across the room, President Mason watched as the display updated, showing new ship signatures appearing from behind the sun. This was Earth's masterstroke. Hundreds of ships hidden on the far side of the sun, shielded from alien detection. "Sunfleet reports ready," the communications officer announced. "Captain Walker awaits your command." "Tell him to execute attack. Pattern Omega," Kate ordered, "and activate Project Sunspot." On the bridge of the EDF Avenger, Captain James Walker received the order and turned to his crew. "This is it, people. Remember your training. For Earth." The Sun fleet moved with surprising speed, using gravity assists to slingshot around the sun and attack the alien fleet from behind. At the same time, Earth's orbital defenses powered up, revealing far more firepower than the aliens had expected. Grand Admiral Dorn stared in disbelief as his tactical display showed hundreds of Earth ships appearing behind his fleet. "Impossible," he growled. "Where did they get so many vessels?" "Admiral," his sensor officer called out in panic. "Energy spike from Earth. They're launching some kind of new weapon." From orbital platforms around Earth, powerful beams of concentrated solar energy, Project Sunspot, fired simultaneously. These weapons use the aliens' own shield technology against them, creating an implosion effect when the shields failed. Entire alien ships collapsed in on themselves. "We're trapped between their fleets," Dorn's second-in-command reported, fear evident in his voice. "Request new orders." Dorn saw his carefully planned attack falling apart. The humans had been prepared at every turn, countering tactics that should have guaranteed victory. "All ships, break formation," he ordered. "Retreat to minimum safe distance." For FTL jump. But the damage to many of his ship's engines made escape impossible. Earth forces closed in from all sides. The battle lasted 3 days. By the end, over 80% of the Council fleet was destroyed. The remainder, with damaged FTL drives, could not retreat and were forced to surrender. Grand Admiral Dorn, his flagship crippled and drifting, received the transmission from Earth. President Mason's face appeared on his screen, expression stern, but not triumphant. "Grand Admiral, your forces are defeated." Your remaining ships are surrounded. We offer one chance for surrender. Dorn, proud warrior though he was, recognized defeat. What are your terms? Unconditional surrender of all remaining vessels. Your crews will be treated according to our laws of war. After Dorn agreed, President Mason delivered Earth's message, broadcast, across all known galactic communication channels. To the Galactic Council and all spacefaring civilizations, we warned you once. There will not be a third warning. Attack Earth again, and the species responsible will cease to exist. We did not seek war among the stars, but we will defend ourselves by any means necessary. As the message spread across the galaxy, the balance of power began to shift. Earth was no longer just another world, it was a force to be reckoned with. The Council headquarters was in chaos. Emergency meetings had been called as news of the fleet's defeat spread throughout galactic space. In the main chamber, the representatives of the 12 species argued loudly about what to do next. "This is unprecedented," shouted Representative Nix of the Vex. "No species has ever defeated a full Council fleet. The humans not only defeated us, they captured our ships and crews," added Representative Jor of the Mezon. "They now possess our most advanced technology." Council leader Tarius called for order. His normally composed demeanor showed signs of strain. "We must face facts. The operation against Earth has failed catastrophically. Grand Admiral Dorn is a prisoner, along with thousands of our personnel." "What of Ambassador Lauren?" asked Mila of the Talasi, concerned for her fellow diplomat. "She remains on Earth," Tarius replied. "The humans have not harmed the diplomatic mission, though they are restricting their movements." Nix slammed his fist on the table. "We must build another fleet, a larger one. The humans cannot be allowed to defy the Council." Before anyone could respond, an aide rushed into the chamber. "Leaders, we have reports of attacks on Council outposts in 3 different systems." The chamber fell silent. "What kind of attacks?" Tarius asked quietly. "Military strikes, precise and targeted. The attackers destroyed defense systems and weapons facilities, then withdrew. Witnesses describe ships matching human designs but moving faster than should be possible." Tarius closed his eyes briefly. "It has begun. The humans are not waiting for us to attack again. They've taken the war to us." Admiral Kate Thompson stood on the bridge of the EDF Defender, now upgraded with technology reverse-engineered from captured alien ships. Through the view screen, she watched as Earth ships emerged from FTL travel near a major Council shipyard. "All ships report ready, Admiral," Captain James Walker said from his position at Tactical. Kate nodded. "Begin the operation. Remember, we target military assets only, no civilian casualties." The Earth fleet moved with precision, launching targeted strikes against the shipyard's defense systems, weapons platforms, and construction bays. The Council forces were caught by surprise, unable to mount an effective defense against the swift, coordinated attack. Within hours, the shipyard was disabled, its capacity to build warships destroyed. The Earth fleet disappeared back into FTL before significant reinforcements could arrive. This was the 3rd such operation in 2 weeks. Earth had studied the maps from captured Council databases and identified key military installations throughout Council space. Each strike weakened the Council's ability to wage war. "Set course for the rendezvous point," Kate ordered. "Prepare for the next target." On Earth, President Robert Mason met with the newly formed Interstellar Strategy Council. Representatives from all Earth nations sat around a large table, along with military leaders and scientists. "The first phase of Operation Defensive Reach has been completed successfully," Robert announced. Admiral Thompson reports that 12 major Council military installations have been neutralized. Their ability to launch another attack against Earth has been severely reduced. "What about the captured aliens?" asked one of the Council members. "They are being treated according to international law," Robert replied. "Dr. Reed has begun discussions with those willing to cooperate, particularly scientists and engineers. We're learning a great deal about Council technology and structure." "And Ambassador Lauren?" "She has requested a meeting. I believe she may be ready to discuss terms." The meeting was interrupted by an urgent message. "Mr. President, we're detecting multiple rebellions in Council space. Several subject worlds have declared independence and are fighting against Council forces. Robert wasn't entirely surprised. It seems our actions have inspired others. The Council's control was already fragile in many systems. This changes the strategic picture, General Harris noted. With internal rebellions to deal with, the Council will be even less able to threaten Earth. Robert nodded thoughtfully. It's time for the next phase. Prepare for my meeting with Ambassador Loren. The Vex homeworld was in panic as Earth ships appeared in orbit. Unlike previous strikes, this wasn't a hit-and-run attack. The entire Earth fleet, now nearly 500 vessels, surrounded the planet. In the Vex High Command Center, military leaders watched in horror as their orbital defenses were systematically disabled. We cannot fight them, the Supreme Commander admitted. Our weapons are ineffective against their shields. A communication request came through on all channels. Admiral Kate Thompson's face appeared on the main screen. People of Vex, your forces attacked Earth without provocation. The Galactic Council, at your urging, attempted to finish what you started. Both attacks failed. Now you face the consequences. The Vex leaders waited for the announcement of their destruction. Instead, Kate continued, Earth does not desire the extinction of your species. We offer terms. Surrender all military assets. Accept restricted technological development under Earth supervision. Withdraw from all conquered worlds in your territory. Meet these conditions, and your planet will be spared. It was not a negotiation. It was an ultimatum. The Supreme Commander looked at his colleagues, then back at the screen. We accept your terms. One by one, Council races faced similar choices as Earth forces appeared at their homeworlds. One by one, they surrendered. 2 years after the defeat of the Council fleet, the galaxy had changed dramatically. The 1,000-year-old Galactic Council was dissolved, its power broken by Earth's targeted campaign and internal rebellions. In its place, Earth proposed the Interstellar Cooperative, a new organization based on principles of sovereignty and mutual defense. Species that had been subjugated by the Council found in humans not conquerors, but liberators. On the 5th anniversary of the first Vex attack, representatives from 27 species gathered on Earth to sign the Cooperative Charter. The ceremony took place in a grand hall built for the occasion in Geneva. President Mason addressed the assembly. 5 years ago, humanity didn't know we weren't alone in the universe. Then we were attacked, without warning or provocation. We defended ourselves as any species would. He paused, looking at the gathered representatives. But what makes humans different is not just our ability to fight. It's our ability to forge peace after war. We did not seek conflict among the stars, but neither will we accept tyranny. The galaxy has learned that Earth cannot be conquered. Now let it learn that humans make better allies than enemies. Ambassador Loren, now representing her people in the new cooperative, was the first to sign the charter after President Mason. In the years since the war, she had worked tirelessly for peace, recognizing that the old council system had been deeply flawed. The dangerous war, as it will be known in history, has ended, she said to the assembly. What follows is up to all of us. Far beyond the former council territory, Admiral Kate Thompson stood on the bridge of Earth's newest vessel, the EDF Guardian. A fleet of 100 ships patrolled with her, watching the deep space beyond known civilization. Any signals? She asked her sensor officer. Nothing yet, Admiral. All quiet. Kate nodded but remained vigilant. The galaxy was vast, and the Council had been just one power among many possible civilizations. Earth had won its place among the stars, but the universe held many unknowns. Maintain patrol pattern, she ordered. We'll continue watching. Earth had learned a hard lesson. The universe could be hostile, but humanity had proven equal to the challenge. They had not only survived but thrived, transforming from a single isolated world to the center of a new galactic order. As Kate looked out at the stars, she felt both pride and responsibility. Earth had given its warning to the galaxy: attack, again, and be annihilated. But the dangerous war had shown that humans could be more than just warriors. They could be builders, teachers, and allies. The legacy of the war would be peace, a peace protected by the knowledge that Earth would always stand ready to defend itself and its friends among the stars. The end.